Okay, GM everyone. Today I'm going to do tips and tricks videos on how to not get scammed in NFT projects. So this is a subject dear to my life. I like to try and help new people get into the space safely. I'm going to focus here on some stuff that's come out of the Bunny Buddies community. I'm loving my Mr. Yellow there. Absolutely love Bunny Buddies, but all too often you see these heartbreaking stories of people dropping into the Discord eventually and telling tales of how they've been scammed. So the NFT space is generally full of lots of good people, but as with any place where money's changing hands, scams and scammers are all too common, and they'll particularly target really successful projects, popular projects with a big following, because obviously they're the ones where they can target them, get a very small percentage of people to drop into their scams and still make money. But actually it does happen around every project in the space. A lot of this is targeting new people who don't really understand the space. But all too often there's experienced people telling tales of how this has happened. So what we're going to aim to do in this video is just go through some of the red flags to look out for. So by red flags, I mean stuff that if people are saying it to you, you should start to be very worried and maybe dig a bit deeper before you take any action. And describe some of the common approaches to the scams, and then do some practical stuff about how you can reduce your risk of succumbing to these scams in the space. So that's the aim of this video. I'll try and keep it short and sweet because everyone says my videos are too long. So, I'll take that criticism on the head. So yet another one of my beautiful Bunny Buddies. I will say Rabbits is a fantastic artist. These things are amazing. Really, really like them, but that's not the point of today. So the point of these discussions, really inspired by Gary V, and it's ironic really because as you'll see in a minute, his name is often attached to some of these scams, and also inspired by the Nifty Alpha. So we do lots of things, project reviews, tips and tricks, onboarding and AMAs. It's very much in the tips and tricks aimed at beginners here. So I'm not going to go too deep on some of the more technical scams. I'm going to keep it at that beginner's level and just try and help you watch out for what might happen. And this one really is targeted at helping making the space better, help people get into the space safely. I hate it when one person gets scammed. If it's their first project, we often see people kind of saying, "Oh, I've just lost all this money. I don't think I'm ever going to come back to NFTs again." Well, that's a really bad thing. So we need to get rid of the bad actors as a community, and education helps with that. And I want to try and bring a spotlight to decent projects, good projects as well, because obviously that's much better for people to be involved in. So let's get started. So the red flags, what should you be worried about? What would make me worry that I'm about to be scammed? And I've got a picture here of just, I've seen this same style of advert in many projects. This particular one was one highlighted by the Bunny Buddies team. And I want to talk about this one, as it's all too common a way to target really new entrants. So I'm talking about Instagram adverts. And I'm specifically talking about things like alleged celebrity endorsements. In no way would celebrities endorse this like this. You may get some paid influencers shilling projects in this way potentially, but the sort of people that are being mentioned here, absolutely not. And things to watch out for on these adverts: celebrity endorsements, brand endorsements, fake mints, because this is out at the moment, or was out. Hopefully it's been taken down now, but as soon as one gets taken down, it can be put up just as fast. And I always say watch out for the sponsored ones as well. So on Instagram particularly, those projects that have large Instagram following probably aren't going to pay for advertising. It's unlikely they're going to pay for advertising because they've already got the following. They're just going to send messages and people will see it and interact with. So I'm just picking out some of the elements here, and these are really, really common elements to watch out for. So first one up here, for a start, it's something purporting to be a real sort of account, and it's sponsored. So that's a red flag straight away for me. The fact maybe there is an NFT magazine official account, but this is misspelled. So that's another red flag. You know, they've just changed something slightly. So watch out for the subtleties. Sponsored by crypto.com. Well, this project's not actually on crypto.com. So, you know, having that logo up there, massive red flag. I know this because I follow this project. The moment you see something like this as well, it should be setting your alarm bells going. The Rock invested in it. No legitimate project is going to start spouting that kind of stuff. Even if The Rock did invest in this, it's unlikely that you and The Rock have the same sort of investment strategy. I'd suggest The Rock probably has a lot more money than you. If he doesn't, credit to you for watching this video and learning. But yeah, that's also something Gary Vee always says. You know, the way Gary Vee invests in projects is very much for the long haul. He invests in projects he believes in. He's going to keep them. He's not worried about flipping them. That's not the same for a lot of people. So some of the other elements on here, actually every single element on this particular advert particularly is a red flag. So The Rock and Gary Vee support it. Well, bullshit. No legitimate project's going to say that. The Rock and Gary Vee are in the project. So again, repeating that, but also the mint is live. Now, this is actually going about now. The mint was over a week ago. So that's totally fake information that you can validate. So don't, you know, get bought into that. Don't act on these things. Don't click the links in these. Check it out. If you see something like this and you are interested and you like the art, I get it. The art is amazing. Then do just have a little look around, and we'll come back to how you do that in a second in the next slide. 1,000 left. Okay, so that's playing on the FOMO, the instant nature. Act now or miss out. So really, the whole of this is red flags. To be fair, knowing the project as I do, and we'll look at the website in a second, the whole design of this would make me think that doesn't smack of something this project would put out anyway. But just, yeah, these are really, really common. I've seen them on multiple projects. All the popular projects, people are going to start spinning these up to try and take you away from real sites and real mints. So do be careful. Instagram adverts are classically a way that these people are going to target really new entrants to the NFT space. So there you go. Loads of red flags there. Oh, I always do this. Apologies. I've gone backwards. So the next way red flag for me is Discord DMs. Anyone who's DMing you something with a mint link, with any sort of link, with special offers, stroke prizes in your DMs. Do you know, until I turn my DMs off, and I'll come back to that in a minute, I don't know how many times I won 0.5 Bitcoin. It's amazing. So lucky in this space early on. But anything like this, any DM from an unknown user to you with any link, it is just a red flag. You should not click those links. You should not collect wallets. And another one, when I was going back through some of the stuff that people have been caught by, I saw a new one about have you verified your wallet before the reveal or something like that in relation to DMs. But basically, if someone's DMing you in Discord and they're not a friend of yours, for a start, we can eradicate that problem. Secondly, consider it a scam. Do your checking elsewhere. Don't follow the links. Don't do anything they say. Don't, react to someone because they say they're a mod or something or an admin. It's all total rubbish. And Discord DMs is definitely the second highest volume of things that leads people spending their money and getting scammed. Next thing, watch out for people wanting to do private trades or swaps. Basically, anyone trying to trade with you, anyone trying to trade off the traditional marketplaces is a big, big red flag for me. There's no real reason to trade off OpenSea or LooksRare or any of the other marketplaces. Yes, you can save a bit of commission, but you can also lose a lot of your money. I have done it once in this space with someone I know incredibly well. And even though I have done it once, I would suggest you don't do it. Or you at least accept that you're running the risk of whatever you're giving them or however much you're sending them is at least at risk of being gone without you getting anything at all. Next red flag for me, giveaways. So you've won a giveaway. Brilliant. That should be really, really simple to resolve. You send them your wallet address, they send you the NFT. Wonderful, easy to do. Lots of different scams around giveaways, but we'll stick to the main front end ones here. So anyone saying, oh, that's great, but I don't quite have the ETH to send it to you. Can you just send me this bit of ETH for gas? Yeah, big red flag. And anyone asking for anything from you specifically with regard to a giveaway that's anything other than your basic wallet address. And I'll come back to showing you that in a second. So yeah, fake collections on OpenSea and other marketplaces. Yeah, just be a bit careful. It is a way that you can get a little bit scammed. If I just use OpenSea as an example here, if I search for bunny buddies as an example, hit enter, you'll notice there's one legitimate collection. There's also another collection here, which spelt slightly different. Yeah, sometimes it can be quite difficult to discern. It's also the pre-reveal bunnies, so red flag as well. But yeah, do watch out for fake collections on OpenSea. I always say to go and follow the links. And again, we'll come back to the more practical, how do you look for that? But another flag in there as well is, as an example, Bunny Buddies is minting on Ethereum. If you go and look at a collection and it's on Polygon, then, that's a big red flag. But be really careful. use official links and things like that. And then keep your eye out for fake accounts on social media or fake admins DMing you on Twitter or something like that, telling you to do stuff that raises any flags at all. They're not going to tell you to do stuff that's risky. So keep an eye out for fake accounts. Bunny Buddies is a really good example, actually, because it's one of the few NFT projects with a validated check mark. But equally, if I were to search, I'm sure I could probably find some accounts with slight variations on the name. Unlikely to have the same number of followers or anything like that. Definitely not going to have a blue check mark. So just be very, very careful over here. You know, if you're getting something, take a minute, have a look, follow it through, see whether it's got tweets, see whether it's got followers, see whether it's a size you think. Just be very, very careful. So there are a lot of the kind of red flags that can lead you to being scammed. And the final one, and it relates to, you know, this advert, the FOMO element. Basically, anyone telling you got to do something quickly, or it's selling out, or just really playing on that FOMO aspect of NFTs. It's another red flag to me. No one legitimate, no mod or admin is going to email you anything or DM you or message you in Discord saying, hey, you got to act this second. So anyone trying to push you to act this second, be very careful. Just be careful with those ones. So these are all the kind of red flags that I see. They're not all. They're a collection of red flags that I've captured from people's experience. And now what you can do practically. So I've got another example here of another one that's been shared with lots of things highlighting, doing a lot of the same stuff. You know, connect your wallet and start minting now to get a chance for the legendary, you know, playing on that FOMO, mentioning Gary V, Snoop Dogg, whoever you want to throw in. Mint is live. Well, it's not live. Hitting the FOMO again here with, you know, a very high number minted out of the 888. Also, another flag price 0.1 ETH. These minted at 0.25. A little bit of checking will show you that. And up here as well, using a slight variation of the real URL. So always be looking at URLs. Always take your time to check them. They can be masked, but just keep your eyes out. So done it again just for there. Okay, so practically, what can we do? Well, the first thing I do and tell everyone to do is switch off DMs in Discord. You don't want those things on. You can switch them back on if you need to. Some projects, unfortunately, use some form of verification where they want you to have DMs open and you're going to interact with the DM. Well, it's up to you if you want to take that risk, but switch off DMs in the meanwhile. So let's just go to that a second and show you how you do that. I'm not going to go through the phone as well, but basically in Discord down here, I've just realized I'm in the way. So in Discord down here, bottom left-hand corner, you've got your settings wheel. If you open up your settings and you go to privacy and safety and you look at this box here, allow direct messages from server members. If you have that switched off, you're not going to get any direct messages. If you have it switched on, you're going to get all sorts of people who are scraping Discord servers for users, sending them DMs with fake links and all sorts in there. Really easy to turn it off and turn it back on. Really, really simple. Turn it on. You get a message about, do you want it to apply to all servers? Yes or no. So I could say yes. So that's turned back on. I want to do it again. Just going to go back here and privacy and safety, turn it back off. Okay. So now I'm not getting DMs, and I can change that anytime I want to, if I need to, but be aware of the risks. The other thing to think about is getting your information from the official announcements channel in Discord and the official links channel in Discord as well. So if you want to do that, search for the official channels, join the Discord through their links or their link tree. Sometimes they have link trees here. Check out the website officially. You can get lots of information there. So, you know, here's the Bunny Buddies website. You can get a lot of information about the project here. Always good to see doxed founders and LinkedIn links. Always great. But go to the official Twitter, join the official Discord, and then in the official Discord, what you want to be doing is looking two main channels that I'm interacting in. Official links is where I'm going to see the project's links. So if I am going to go through a link, I'm going to use official links from the official Discord. Obviously, do some diligence and make sure you are in the right Discord. It doesn't smell a bit wrong. You know, 293,000 members. I think this is probably pretty decent. But, you know, if you go through the official Twitter, that is where all NFT projects will have a presence. If they don't, that's a bit of a red flag in itself. So official links channel and announcements channel. So what is the project telling you to do in the official announcement channel? That's the important channels to worry about. Another thing that you can do in sorry, I'm picking the wrong screen here. Sorry. So just going back to here as well. Another thing to avoid scammers. So, yeah, a lot of people will potentially get into the Discord. Mods will remove them pretty quickly, and admins if they see bad things happening. But just something you might want to consider in Discord as well. If you get a message by someone, you might want to necessarily check their legitimacy a little bit. So an underused function in the Discord itself is the search function. And you'll see up here, there are sort of commands. So maybe I've had some sort of message in the Discord and I want to check some stuff out. Well, I might want to see what else that person's been posting. So I can use that from command, from, and then colon. I've done that wrong. So if I just click on the from, and I can search for a particular user. So someone's messaged me, I can actually search for that user. So say from Mr. Yellow, just checking myself, I'm going to get a lot of, well, depends on the person, but you can see the history. You can check back in chronological order, or you can click various other filters, but just checking what they've posted. That can be a decent tool for checking the validity of what someone's saying to you in there. So with Discord, always switch off your DMs. Switch them back on if you need to, but understand the risk. Check the announcements channel, check official links, and search in the Discord if you want to check some people out and what they're saying. Or maybe you want to look for the post from the project founder or something like that, the last post from them, see what they've been saying recently. All of those are really good approaches. Oh, I've done it again. This is why I do it live, otherwise I'd be editing all day long. So already mentioned quite a little bit of this, but go to the official Twitter account, check out the official website. They'll be linked from there, and any other socials. So do your research about a project like this. Public mint is live. Check the basic facts. Is it live or has it minted out? You know, check those basic facts. Check the website. Go to the Discord and ask questions. You know, nobody in any legitimate project has any problem with anyone coming in and asking valid questions. So check the facts, the project details. Search for sites. Don't use links DM'd to you or posted on any social media site. Always use Google, search for a site, check Twitter, and keep your eye on URLs. They can be masked, but keep your eye on them. And if they don't tie up, don't use them. So in terms of private sales, just don't ever do it. That's the safest answer. If someone's saying, I want to trade this with you and I want to do it off the marketplaces, don't do it. Really, just don't do it. You can use some official sites for swaps, but there are risks in that. I think there's one called Pseudo Swap. But again, be careful. Be careful someone's not sending you a dodgy link to it that they've cobbled together. So be careful. And I would suggest private sales, just don't do it. Don't do it at all. It's a big risk. Don't do it unless you're willing to throw away whatever money you're going to have to send first, because you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to ask you to send that money first. So in relation to your MetaMask account, never, ever send your seed phrase. Oh, damn. I think I actually forgot to turn off. I'm just going to drop back because I'm pretty sure in this video I've just shown you a search bar that I've covered with that lovely Mr. Yellow Bunny Buddy. So I'm just going to go back to Discord and just repeat one thing because I think it was probably covered. But up here, this is the search bar that you may not have seen. It might have been covered. So just to repeat that, if you want to find people's history, you can use the various commands and look for a particular person that's talking to you and check out what they've been posting. So just think I might have covered that over. So I wanted to go back there. Couple more things to cover off there. So in terms of your MetaMask, never share your seed phrase ever. Nobody's going to ever ask you for that in order to do any trading whatsoever in NFTs. So if anyone asks for your seed phrase straight away, you don't give it. Only ever share your wallet address. To get that in OpenSea, in MetaMask, you just go up to the top here. You click on copy to clipboard. Just click that and you can copy your account and send that to anybody and they can send whatever they need to you. That is all you should ever give away in MetaMask. Another good practice from the MetaMask website, there are other things you can do as well, but just as a basic, disconnect websites. So say you've connected to some websites, periodically you should disconnect websites from there. So if you go to 3 dots here at the top, connected sites, you'll see I've got a couple of sites connected. Well, just disconnect them. You can always reconnect them when you need them. So I'll just disconnect that, and I'll even disconnect OpenSea for a second. So just clear those down, because if you're going to mint sites and things like that, you're going to build up a list. I've done it again. Apologies. I might have to actually edit this video, I think. And the other thing that can be a bit of a common scam that you want to watch out for is making sure when you are buying on legitimate sites, you check that the transaction actually matches the price. So when you actually go to complete a transaction, say you were trying to buy a particular Bunny Buddy, you click on one of, and it normally affects the lowest price ones, strangely. But there is a way that people can rapidly change a price when you're mid-transaction. So you just want to be a little bit careful when you're operating in here, that say you go to that particular Bunny Buddy, you go to buy now, and I think I just disconnected OpenSea from that. Damn it, come up. So reconnect that one a second. So just take your time. Takes 2 seconds. Just double check the amount that's showing up here. It matches what you're expecting, because especially when there's lots of sales going on, this is when people will see a particular transaction. I'm just going to reject that right now. But yeah, that is something to be aware of. So that's MetaMask, really. Never, ever, ever, ever share your seed phrase. Only share your wallet address. Anything else your public address, be really worried. Disconnect stuff. Check your transaction. In terms of OpenSea, use official links. Check transaction. I've repeated that there. Sorry. As I said before, check that the chain matches up. It's not a Polygon thing, whereas you know it's on ETH. Do report any fake collections that you see. So like when I was searching here, you can actually go into this fake collection, and you can over here report this collection to OpenSea. So if you come across stuff that's fake, report it to OpenSea. Now, in no way am I saying that OpenSea will actually act in a timely way, but do that. Take the time. Try and avoid other people getting scammed. It's really worth it. Look for verified collections, and here comes another dig at OpenSea. Well, OpenSea have some weird rules about verifying a collection, and they do give collections blue check marks, but they don't do it in a very fast way. It's supposed to be over 100 ETH in value, or over 50k Instagram / Twitter followers, and you get verified. But as you can see here, with the Bunny Buddies, 2.2k volume traded. They have over 50,000 Twitter. They're still not verified just yet. So that's not the be all and end all. It should be. OpenSea should be a lot better at verifying collections, because that would make it much easier to spot scams. But they're not. And in reality, there's been projects that have been around for 6 months, met the criteria, but still don't have ticks. So if there is a tick, that can be a good thing. Let me just show you what a tick looks like, or maybe check. There you go. So like Bored Ape Yacht Club, I was going to say, if they don't have a tick, I don't know who would. But you've got this blue tick beside their name, verified collection. Again, going back here, look at this fake collection. They've been, or not clever, because actually it's blatantly obvious. But again, you see it's actually on Polygon, I believe, as it's purple. Yeah, ETH Polygon. But they've incorporated a blue check mark into their logo. All credit to OpenSea for not having this one taken down yet. But there you go. That's the third dig, and I'll leave it at 3 digs for that. Look out for verified collections. Yeah, you should do. Verified collection gives you some peace of mind. But as you can see, sometimes they don't do it for quite some time. And another tip for just not getting scammed, it doesn't really relate to this kind of mint and popular project stuff, but any NFTs sent direct to your wallet, and I'll slightly compliment OpenSea here, but don't know whether this wallet will have any. Be interesting to see. But you do get stuff sent to your wallet. So if I go and look at my wallet in here, I've got a couple of bunny buddies and an apocalyptic ape. I've actually got nothing in hidden. So my credit to OpenSea is recently they changed this, and generally stuff that's just sent unsolicited will automatically go into your hidden folder. You potentially will have lots of stuff in there that you haven't bought and people have just sold you. Do not interact with it. Leave it there. Don't touch it. There can be malicious code in there that can basically take your money. So just be aware. If something turns up that you didn't buy, then you want to make sure you don't interact with it. You can always go back to if it's a particular project thing. So as an example, On-Chain Monkeys recently dropped desserts. Bunny Buddies are going to drop carrots. But check it first. Go to the Discord, check the contract addresses before you interact with it in any way. Because obviously people do know that these projects are going to do that, and they will potentially drop you stuff that has malicious stuff in it. So just wanted to touch on that hidden and not interacting with unsolicited stuff in your wallet. And finally, how do you avoid the scams and scammers? Well, a lot of this stuff in the space is about gut feel. And it really is about just take a breath, take some time, don't act quick, or you might be sick. No, I don't know. That's a bad one. But nobody legitimate's going to make you do anything risky, any of these red flags. Nobody's going to try and make you do stuff instantly, especially people you don't know. Maybe friends will send you a message and say, hey, this is minting now. But if you trust them, that's a different situation. Not a good thing to act on nonetheless without doing a basic research. Keep your eye out for red flags. Take your time and go and ask questions. No legitimate project Discord will ever be unhappy that you go and ask questions in their Discord or do anything like that at all. So go and ask questions, take your time, trust your gut. If something feels dodgy, it probably is. And don't be afraid to miss out on something. There are so many projects launching. Don't get caught up in that FOMO. Do a bit of research, take your time, check things out. So that's my short video, which is now 40 minutes on doing your own research and how you can do that. Just because I never do it, if that's been useful, please do like and subscribe. Hit the bell to get notified when further videos are going to come up. Also, add your comments about this video. If there's stuff you think I missed, please do let me know. Do follow me on Twitter, Mr. Yellow 1899. Do have a look at some of our other videos. So the one I did most recently was Bunny Buddies project review, which was basically the story so far. That was about a week ago, so it's out of date now. But if you want to know more about the Bunny Buddies project, how it's gone so far and what's coming, then do have a look at that video. So like I say, thanks for your time here. Do please like and subscribe, help us grow our following. That would be really useful to us. And hopefully it's been useful, and I'll see you next time. Thank you ever so much. GM, good evening, and see you next time.